Hello, good morning. Oh, another lovely day. Whether you're in the Philippines or overseas, one of the most difficult issues to overcome with a Filipina as your partner, so often, not not all the time, but so often, is the perception of and understanding of situations by your partner where one would expect to experience a feeling of satisfaction and acknowledgement of appreciation. So often, appreciation is lacking. Well, actually, in many cases, more than often, quite a lot. You know, we as foreigners, we submit to the idea that we're doing something to provide a legacy for the future of our partner. And therefore we have that understanding that we are sacrificing a lot at the end of our lives to endeavor to provide for her future, maybe her children, from another partner often. And in return, one would feel that it should be customary to feel or to at least acknowledge the good and the sacrifices that we do. But so often also that doesn't happen. I mean, young children of today, the younger generation, the 20, 24-year-olds, they are going through their lives now with a feeling of entitlement, as I've said before. And not only the entitlement, but the lack of thanks, the lack of gratitude, the lack of any kind of appreciation of what you're doing for them. You could be putting them through college. And putting through college doesn't just mean paying the fees. It means uniforms, it means outfits, it means books, pencils, writing material, and of course transport and food. And on average, an average student these days costs over 100,000 a year to do that. Now, if you're on a minimal budget, 100,000 out of your yearly salary is a lot of money. You multiply that by maybe one or two or three, and that's a large amount. Not only that, you may have spent all of the money that you had from your past in building a home. And when no gratitude is shown and no appreciation is appearing on any kind of horizon, it does make for a feeling of resentment in the partner. That's the foreigner, that is. Because we do make a lot of sacrifice. We sacrifice everything for our Filipina. And it would be nice to feel that by doing that, beyond the honeymoon period, that we are appreciated. We're not just a doormat, something that, okay, well now I've got a house and now the kids are going to college. Well, I don't have to bother. I'll go and sleep in my own room and you can go and sleep in your room, darling. And often that does happen. We live a parallel life with the likelihood of, or hopeful of, as we get older and older, that at least we're not going to be treated in this manner as we get older and unable to fend for ourselves. If we're going to just be treated like a doormat, What does it say for when we aren't able to cope and aren't able to speak for ourselves anymore? It is a worry as we get older that this kind of attitude that is sneaking in the back door, so to speak, in our lives. And it's not something necessarily I've experienced myself yet, but it comes through in many of the conversations that I have, either in emails or calls directly. I do my best to try and give people advice, but as I said before, I'm no kind of guru. But it's just raising the thought, how will you deal with that kind of almost belligerent acceptance of everything that is placed for their benefit, with no reward bar you saying, well, is there a thank you maybe somewhere? Oh, yeah, kind of answer. Well, sorry guys, that isn't acceptable, and we, as much as we have to bite our tongues occasionally, it's sometimes important that we stand our ground and we point out that we are not doormats, that we are in fact an important part of the family setup. Certainly in terms of the immediate family, that's your wife, your girlfriend, and her children. And to not show that is an absolute breakdown of any respect for you at all. And more often now, with multimedia, or should I say Facebook and YouTube, all of these things, it's chipping away at all of these traditional values that Filipinos were well known for. But this younger generation are being encouraged by children of my age, my children's age, the 40, 45-year-olds have somehow also grown up to believe that we don't have to show appreciation and care. Oh, well, yes, just take it for granted. It's coming. You can pay for it, can't you, darling? Well, no, not when you give someone a budget and you expect them to stick to it. Because I have to stick to my budget. And it's not through lack of money, but it's through, if I don't stick to it, it's lack of self-control of the resources that come to me after many, many years of hard work and effort and contributions in achieving that. So, as difficult a subject as it is, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it and see if there's different ways of approaching such an issue beyond snapping back and saying, well, how about a thank you? There may be other ways of approaching it that you can think of. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and press that ding-a-ling, as David from the Tyke farming in the Philippines. Great channel, watching him build his piggery. So you have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye now.